Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, June 15th, 2015. Okay, actually, consumer sentiment on Friday was quite good, but the market shrugged it off. For today, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, Industrial Production, Housing Market Index, and Treasury International Capital. Yeah, some of them could be big hitters, but I think even more telling is what's going on in Greece. The rest of the week gets kind of busy, and believe that earnings season is kicking off. I don't know when Alcoa announces. There was an advertisement or promotion over here on the right side for earnings calendars. So I'm wondering, and we'll take a look when Alcoa, who has always been the kickoff company for earnings season, what their date is for earnings. All right, so across the ponds in Asia, mostly bearish. And in Europe, bearish across the board, and in some cases pretty heavily bearish. 1.75%, that's almost 2%. That's big for a one-day move. 10 things Chipotle won't tell you. I'm sure, like what's in their food maybe, I guess. Although it's supposed to be all natural, isn't it? I think that's the big attraction there. I'm not sure about that. What the big attraction is to Chipotle. So over here, with our futures looking a little bit down right now, about between 1/4 and 1/2%. Probably going to continue in that direction today, which is going to make it tough to get out of SPX PM today too. VIX is at 1378. Gold is at 1173 and sinking. Oil's at 59.13. That's a good thing. Let's pull back a little bit there. And natural gas is at $2.80. Just thought we'd start watching that one too. Dollars at 95.53 and $1.12 against the euro. And I think that's about it that we want to take a look at there. Over here on our account, insurance policy on the SPY here. Let's take a quick look at that. Here it is. Our open today will be around 207, somewhere around there. So this is about where 207 is. Almost in our, right about at break even actually, is where it might open today. And if it moves down a little bit, I don't know, I might cash in. Should I cash in? I don't know if I would cash those in or not. And then we'll take a look at Chipotle, which is our other butterfly here, where we're betting that Chipotle's right here. We're betting that it's going to move down here, and we has to do it by, we have the end of June. So it's the last expiration in June, and if we look at this little pop-up calendar here, that would be June 26th. So we have until June 26th for that one to make its move. And we'll take a look at that when we look at charts, which we're going to start to do right now. But before we do that, I want to move over to the big charts, or the big chart. And here we have it. This is the SPX PM. We're waiting for that order to execute. We have one more candle. We're on weekly here. We have one more candle. The chance of getting a huge red candle is pretty slim, at least one that's going to move this much, but we do have one over here, and it can happen, and it can happen. So how big are those candles? Well, let's go over here. Let's activate this. And we'll just... I'm going to move it over here. So it would have to be an even bigger candle. Is this one bigger? Yeah, this one's bigger. Move that over here. Well, we could end... Oh, what happened? We could end up with a nail biter if we get a move like this one. So, can happen. It can happen. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Remember, IV works against us in a credit spread. So as IV increases, the credit spread becomes less valuable. So we have to keep an eye on that. It would be nice if it was the other way around, but unfortunately it is not. All right. Apple, we didn't have anything going on with Apple. Amazon, our iron condor ended up right smack dab in the middle. So that would have been 100% profitable. So that would have been a good call. Back to the calendar, back to the chart, so we can take this out of here. So that worked good. Congratulations on that. Funny how that does work, though. Right exactly in the middle. It couldn't have ended any better. Could not have. All right, so, but not interested really, no momentum, so we're not interested in credit spreads, no IV. Look at these numbers. IV percentile, even Costco is at 42% and IV is 17. That's sad. LinkedIn, let's see, Netflix is the juiciest one here. And then comes Tesla, and then comes LinkedIn. So that's where we're at. Very low IV. And earnings coming up. Well, let's look at Alcoa. I think it's A, isn't it, for Alcoa? Agilent, and I think it's AA. Alcoa, yes, they have earnings coming up on 7/8. So next month starts earnings season. Let's go back to, let's see, where are we here? Amazon. Let me get done with that one. All right, Baidu. Not a lot going on with Baidu either. We do have a simulated, I think it's a calendar on this one. Yeah, simulated calendar here. And it's at a pretty juicy point here, so I'd probably exit that one. You're almost doubled your investment here. So we put $95 into it, and we are right at 64. So if you did that one, get the heck out. Chipotle. This is the June 4 one on Chipotle, so we're waiting for that to move down here. Go back to the charts. So butterfly break even is right here, so we're looking for it to move down into this area, and we have until the end of June right here, so we can be patient on that one. Costco. Friday I was thinking about a butterfly on Costco, and so I am still going to be thinking about a butterfly on Costco today. We'll abbreviate it as a BUT, and they're always put butterflies. Calendars, if we want to do something to the upside where we think it's going to move up, we're going to do calendars. In this low IV environment, and just to let you know I've had a lot of questions about what are you doing now? What's with this? You know, it's credit spreads for a year or more, and now it's butterflies and calendars. So I am going to put together a video this week. I got the air conditioning guy coming this afternoon, so I don't think I'll be able to get to it today, but maybe tomorrow. And explain what it is I'm doing now and why, and how you can do it too. Besides just following along, you can do it on your own. So here we're sitting with a hook down on this and looking pretty good for a butterfly. And we had actually thought about doing one here. It's now $1.46, so $146 to make. We could double your money on this pretty easily. And that's with a $5 spread on Costco. So we'll be thinking about that today. Or maybe just might just slide it down a little bit just to save a little bit of money. Like maybe drop this down to 130. Let's see, where do we think we're going to go? 136 definitely is probably 135. I think is a good point. I think that's the way to go. Let's look at the Dow. A little bit of a pullback here, which is a good time to sell. I would say if you have a good day, I would go short. That's just the way things are going to be heading, I think, now. It sure looks that way. Gold, suppressed, but that's under control. The price of gold is under control of somebody. I have no idea who, but somebody. So with Google, you can say, well, maybe, you know, on the bottom of this range here, I think, though, a butterfly is going to be kind of expensive on Google. But we could look at a 540 butterfly. Let's take a look here. I think I already have one here. 530 butterfly was $2.50. I had one set up here. And we're still monitoring it. What's it now? It's $2.45 now, so it'll be even cheaper if you want to get in today. So I'll make a note of that for a Google butterfly to the downside. I don't know if I would go with that one though, but this could be very lucrative. Spend $245, it wouldn't be really very difficult to almost double your profit on that. Double your investment. LinkedIn, not doing much. I had this nice gap up here. Nice uptrend right now on the daily. Still in a downtrend on the weekly. It may flip. So without using our indicators here, although this would be a good time to quite possibly get into a bear call on this. And where would we be if we went with a 20 delta a couple weeks out? Let's see here, what's a couple weeks? If we were to look 25 days out, that would be almost, July would be 30 days. And if we were to look for a 20 delta up here, and I have to go here, and you get 46 cents, which is like a 10 to 1, because there's a $5 spread, and your short would be at 235, 230 way up here. Would probably be a pretty safe bet. You might be able to squeeze that down just a little bit more, and maybe go with a 24 delta here and get a little bit extra change there. Getting closer to a 5 to 1 risk reward. And that would be at 230, and that's this spot right up here on the chart. It might be an okay play. I'm not doing it, but it might be an okay play. So I'm going to put a quick little arrow up there just as a reminder. And that arrow would be way out here. I want to flip that around. There's a way to do that without actually going in here and editing it. I want to save this as a default. And we'll say OK. So we're looking for something below that. Actually, we should put a down arrow. Let's make it down. There we go. There. NDX. Still in our channel, upward sloping channel, but on the daily looking kind of weak here. Just like the rest of the indices. Netflix, don't really have any idea what I might want to do with that one. Priceline, we were looking for Priceline to come down here. I don't know, we're all expired, so we have no idea if this, I don't remember, I think this butterfly paid out a little bit, but not much. So we'll take that off. And do we have any other ideas here for Priceline? I don't think we gave it enough time. I think we need to give it some more time. So let's get rid of this for right now. And we're still looking quite possibly maybe a little bit closer to the current price. Maybe an expiration out here. Not really looking for anything right now though. And the Russell, drifting upwards a little bit, slightly. Still have this resistance up here. We'll see if that's going to play out. SPX, we've already looked at that. And last but not least, we'll take a look at Tesla. And we're not doing anything with Tesla right now, are we? No. It's just kind of like dangling around here in this range. Not really sure where that one's going to be going. So, alright. Let's take a quick peek at last week. This sheet isn't up here, but I added these filters here so I could see dates a little bit better. I was interested in, filtering this column for dates and this column for dates. And the way that works is you just click on it and then you can pick whatever dates you want to see. So anyway, I took a break and I lost track of what I was saying, but effectively this sheet is not up there yet. But it's pretty easy to do this. You just highlight a column and click on data, and you'll want to filter. Just add the filter. Pretty easy thing to do. Okay, I think pretty much that's it. We take a look at last week. Wasn't real exciting, but it was profitable. So that's 2 weeks in a row now with the new methodology or strategy for trading, which I will be explaining a little bit better in a separate video later this week. So thank you very much for watching. That's it for today. Have a great day, and above all, happy trading.